Welcome to Biggest Spoilars, the destination for exclusive spoilers, latest updates.
The bold and the beautiful spoilers for the coming 2 weeks, November 3rd to November 14th, reveal that suckers will see Steffy Forrester's exchange stunner. Bill Spencer will also work to exclude bad Luna Nozawa vibes, so then's what observers can anticipate. During the week of November 3rd to 7th, Steffy will make a big Forrester Creations comeback. That'll give Steffy a chance to check out the new designs for Hope for the Future's reanimation. Since Steffy has blabbed out so important disapprobation regarding Hope's line in the history, Hope Logan may be taken suddenly when she offers nothing but support this time. Steffy will also partake some congratulatory words regarding Hope's engagement to Liam Spencer, so that'll bring a sweet B&B moment. As Liam and Hope continue planning their marriage, they'll face an unanticipated chain. Beth Spencer want Deacon Sharp to bring Sheila Sharp to the marriage form, so Hope may admit that to her pater. Sheila will be thrilled once she gets updates on the marriage news and will hope to be there right by Deacon's side. Cleric may have to inform Sheila that Beth's offered up some complaints and ask her to skip the espousal as a result. Of course, Deke Sharp will need to decide whether he still has a future with Remy Price after all the unattractive Electra Forrester snooper details come out. Remy will maintain with Deke to concentrate on who he's now and now the man he used to be, but Deke may have a hard time getting over similar horrible exposures. The week of November 10th to 14th may bring Remy's coming visit to Luna Nozawa since she'll be staying to hear how effects went at Forrester Creations. Remy may admit it was a disaster just like Luna allowed. It would be. Luna is much the last person anyone should be getting love life advice from, but she may offer some to Remy anyway. Will Luna push Remy back down a designing path and set him up for further trouble? As for Bill, it looks like he'll want to get all the Luna toxin out of his home now that she's back in captivity. Rachel Riley, who's a former Big Brother winner and reality television personality, will duplication her part as Rachel the Bikini Bar Garçon, but she'll have a different side gig she's concentrated on this time around. Rachel will be an energy healer who interacts with Bill, Liam and Katie Logan, so it sounds like she may visit the Spencer manse to get relief of any bad Luna vibes that might be left before. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say the coming 2 weeks will bring plenitude of excitement, so stay tuned. The bold and the beautiful spoilers update for Monday, November 3rd, reveals that Electra Forrester's exposures will scarify Deke Sharp. Will Spencer will also blast Remy Price as the drama gets indeed worse in the Forrester exchange. All poor Deke wanted to do was show off his new swain. Deke was hoping to include Remy in his welcome bash at Forrester Creations and let everyone meet the Joe who's captured his heart. Rather of giving Deke a heads up on the ineluctable mayhem, Remy let him get blindsided. Now Deke is wondering why everyone seems so freaked out about Remy being the man in his life. Of course, Electra will fill Deke in on the deepfake prince Remy created and how he made her miserable just so he could be the one to console her. It was sick and crooked, so Deke will obviously be creeped out as well. Remy followed Electra to Los Angeles and formally again made a mess with his stalkerish tendencies. It all led to that dramatic climax when Remy chased after Electra and set up himself in a showdown with Will. Speaking of Will, he'll put Remy on full blast and make it clear that he's not drink at Forrester Creations. Ivy Forrester will surely pipe up in agreement since she knows what an awful experience Electra went through thanks to Remy. After Remy pleads to speak with Deke alone, they'll clash over Electra's disturbing news. Remy will want to wipe the slate clean and embrace the love they've set up, but it may not be that simple for Deke. That's especially true since Remy formerly faced counter-reaction for his link to Luna Nozawa. Deke does indeed realize that Remy's still going behind his reverse to see Luna, so this whole thing is a mess. As for Sheila Sharp, B&B spoilers say she'll make pledges to Deacon Sharp and look forward to completely repairing their relationship. Since Hope Logan and Liam Spencer's marriage is coming up, Sheila will get updates on that and decide this will be a great occasion to do commodity as a couple with Cleric. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say Sheila's plans may fall through in the coming occurrences since Beth Spencer wouldn't want her anywhere near the espousal. In the sun-drenched, drama-saturated world of the bold and the beautiful, every conversation is a potential battlefield, every reconciliation a fragile truce, and every new beginning shadowed by the ghosts of the past. The spoilers for the weeks of November 3rd to November 14th promise a microcosm of this eternal struggle, weaving a tapestry where personal baptisms are undertaken with trepidation, encouraging words are offered with strategic caution, and angry threats simmer just beneath the polished surface of Los Angeles high society. This is not merely a sequence of events, it is a profound exploration of character, where the quest for redemption, acceptance, and a clean slate defines every interaction. Part 1, Baptism begins, the immersion into new realities. A baptism is, at its core, a ritual of initiation and transformation. It signifies the end of one state of being and the beginning of another, often involving a symbolic cleansing. In the coming weeks, several characters will find themselves plunged into the turbulent waters of such a transition, some willingly, others by force. Steffy Forrester's baptism by fire and family. The most significant baptism belongs to Steffy Forrester. Her return to the Forrester Creations showroom is not just a comeback, it is a re-immersion into the heart of the dynasty she is destined to lead. After a period of absence, stepping back into this role is a ritual of reclaiming her power and her identity. For Steffy, the company is more than a business, it is her birthright, her battleground, and her legacy. Her return is a baptism into a new phase of her leadership, one where she must navigate the complex emotional geography of her family with the acumen of a CEO and the heart of a sister. This baptism is immediately tested as she confronts Hope for the future's revival. In the past, Steffy's disapproval of Hope's line was a cornerstone of their rivalry, a manifestation of their deeper conflict over Liam Spencer. Now, spoilers indicate she will offer nothing but support. This is a profound character shift. It is a conscious cleansing of old animosities, a deliberate choice to be immersed in the waters of professional respect rather than petty jealousy. This new stance is her baptism into a more mature, perhaps more strategic, role within the company. It is an acknowledgement that the future of Forrester Creations is stronger with a unified front, even if that unity is fragile. Her subsequent congratulatory words to Hope on her engagement to Liam are the final anointing of this new attitude, a public blessing that seeks to wash away the bitter residue of their shared history. Deacon Sharp's baptism of truth. For Deacon Sharp, the baptism is not one of choice but of brutal revelation. He is being unceremoniously plunged into the cold, hard truth about Remy Price. His attempt to integrate Remy into his world, to have his new boyfriend welcomed by his family and colleagues at a Forrester Creations bash, was meant to be a happy initiation. Instead, it becomes a horrifying immersion into Remy's dark past. The revelations from Elector Forrester about Remy's stalkerish tendencies, deep-fake photos, and manipulative comfort act as a shocking deluge, washing away the pleasant facade of his new relationship. This baptism by fire forces Deacon to confront a painful duality, the man he knows now versus the man Remy used to be. Remy's plea to focus on who he is now is a plea to ignore the waters of the past, but for Deacon, the stain is already revealed. This process is a painful cleansing of his own naivete. He is being initiated into a harsh reality where trust is a luxury and his partner's history is a minefield. Furthermore, this personal crisis is compounded by the ongoing Sheila situation, forcing him to constantly navigate between his desire for a normal, happy life and the chaotic forces that seem drawn to him. Bill Spencer's baptism of energetic cleansing. In perhaps the most literal interpretation of a cleansing, Bill Spencer seeks a baptism for his very home. The Luna Nozawa toxicity he wishes to eliminate is more than just a memory, it is, in the language of the spoilers, a lingering vibe. Luna's machinations and her subsequent return to prison have left a metaphysical stain on the Spencer mansion, one that Bill is determined to purge. His hiring of Rachel, the energy healer, is a modern-day attempt at a baptismal rite. This is not about faith, but about control. Bill, a man used to commanding empires and outcomes, is confronting a problem he cannot solve with money or power, bad energy. By bringing in an energy healer, he is submitting his domain to a ritual of purification. He, Liam, and Katie will participate in a collective baptism aimed at washing away the residual negativity of Luna's schemes. It is a desperate, almost surreal attempt to hit the reset button on their family life, to be immersed in positive energy and emerge cleansed of the past year's drama. For a character as hardened as Bill, this vulnerability underscores the depth of the scars Luna left behind. Part 2. Encouraging words, the currency of alliances and deception. In the world of Bold and the Beautiful, words are never just words. They are tools, weapons, and shields. Encouraging words, in particular, carry immense weight, often serving multiple purposes: genuine support, strategic maneuvering, or deceptive placation. Steffy's calculated encouragement. Steffy's supportive words to Hope are the most pivotal example. On the surface, they represent a monumental shift, a sisterly olive branch that could herald a new era of peace at Forrester Creations. They are the encouraging words Hope has likely never expected to hear from her rival, and they have the power to disarm and truly uplift. This sweet B&B moment is a testament to Steffy's growth. However, one must always consider the subtext. Is this encouragement entirely genuine, or is it the strategic move of a newly returned leader consolidating her power? By supporting Hope's line, Steffy neutralizes a primary source of conflict, presenting a united front that strengthens the company. By blessing Hope's engagement to Liam, she effectively closes the book on their own turbulent history, freeing herself from that emotional entanglement and allowing herself to fully commit to her life with Finn. These encouraging words, therefore, are also a form of self-liberation. They are expertly crafted to build an alliance, soothe old wounds, and position Steffy as the mature, forward-thinking leader she aims to become. Remy's desperate encouragement. Remy's pleas to Deacon are a torrent of encouraging words born of pure desperation. "Let's focus on who I am now," he implores, asking Deacon to see the baptized version of himself, cleansed of his past sins. These words are meant to be a lifeline, encouraging Deacon to have faith in their present connection and to ignore the horrifying revelations of the past. He is selling a narrative of redemption, hoping his encouraging tone can override Elektra's damning testimony. The tragedy of Remy's encouragement is its inherent dishonesty. The spoilers reveal he is still going behind Deacon's back to see Luna, seeking advice from the very source of so much prior trouble. This undermines every encouraging word he speaks to Deacon. His pleas are not based on a true transformation but on a desperate desire to maintain the relationship before the entire foundation crumbles. His words are a fragile dam trying to hold back the flood of truth. Sheila's delusional encouragement. Sheila Sharp, perpetually optimistic in her warped reality, deals in encouraging words meant to reshape the world to her liking. Her promises to Deacon and her excitement about fully repairing their relationship are a masterpiece of self-delusion and manipulation. She hears of Hope and Liam's wedding and immediately sees a great opportunity, casting herself and Deacon as a happy couple attending a family function. Sheila's encouraging words are a form of emotional coercion. She is painting a picture of a normalized, accepted future, encouraging Deacon to walk with her into this fantasy. She uses positive language to gloss over the fundamental truth: her presence at any family gathering, let alone a wedding, is a recipe for catastrophe. Her encouragement is a threat disguised as a promise, an attempt to baptize their toxic relationship in the holy water of marital tradition. Part 3. Angry threats, the unmistakable language of consequences. If encouraging words are the currency of alliance, then angry threats are the enforcement of boundaries. They are the inevitable backlash when baptisms are rejected, when encouraging words are seen through, and when the past refuses to stay buried. Will Spencer's righteous threat. The most direct and justified threat comes from Will Spencer. His decision to put Remy on full blast and declare him unwelcome at Forrester Creations is a powerful and necessary boundary. This isn't the petty threat of a rival, it is the protective fury of a family member defending someone he loves. Having been there for the dramatic climax of Remy's stalking of Elektra, Will is armed with first-hand knowledge and a righteous cause. His angry threat is a public excommunication. It is the Forrester family, through Will, formally rejecting Remy's attempted baptism into their circle. It is a clear message: your past actions have disqualified you from this world. This threat is backed by the silent agreement of others like Ivy Forrester, who add their collective voice to this chorus of condemnation. They form a wall of resistance that Remy's encouraging words cannot penetrate. Beth Spencer's protective threat, a quieter, but no less potent, threat emerges from young Beth Spencer. Her simple, childish unwillingness to have Sheila at the wedding is perhaps the most powerful deterrent of all. While the adults get bogged down in complex histories and emotional manipulations, Beth's instinct is pure and uncomplicated. Sheila is dangerous and unwelcome. This sentiment, when communicated to Hope and then to Deacon, becomes an immovable object. How can Hope, as a mother, ignore the heartfelt plea of her daughter on her wedding day? How can Deacon, who cherishes his role as Beth's grandfather, insist on bringing a woman who frightens her? Beth's stance is not delivered as a shout, but as a quiet, devastating ultimatum. It is the angry threat of a child's violated sense of safety, and it carries more moral weight than any corporate maneuver or heated argument. It forces the adults to choose, and in doing so, it likely shatters Sheila's delusional plans. The implied threat of the past, the overarching, omnipresent threat in these spoilers is the past itself. Remy's past with Electra is an angry ghost that haunts his present, actively destroying his chance at happiness with Deacon. Luna's past schemes are a toxic vapor that Bill feels he must literally hire someone to cleanse. Steffy and Hope's shared past with Liam is the unspoken tension that makes Steffy's encouraging words so significant and potent. The threat of that old rivalry returning is what gives her support its power. The past does not merely inform the present, it actively threatens to strangle it. Every attempt at a new beginning, a baptism, is met with the angry threat of a history that refuses to be erased. Deacon cannot embrace his future with Remy without the past intervening. Hope cannot plan her wedding without the past, in the form of Sheila, demanding an invitation. The drama is fueled by this constant, tense negotiation between who these characters want to be and who they have been. Conclusion: the unending cycle of soap opera salvation and damnation. The 2-week span from November 3rd to 14th on The Bold and the Beautiful is a masterclass in the genre's core dynamics. It demonstrates that in this heightened reality, transformation is a constant, painful, and often public process. Baptisms are undertaken in the showroom, the mansion, and the heart, with varying degrees of success. Encouraging words are exchanged, carrying the potential for both genuine healing and profound deception. And angry threats are the necessary, often cathartic, eruptions that define the limits of forgiveness and the high cost of past sins. As Steffy is baptized back into her legacy, Deacon is drowned in truth, and Bill seeks a spiritual cleanse. The show proves that the quest for redemption is the most compelling storyline of all. The encouraging words they speak and the angry threats they face are simply the dialogue of that eternal struggle. The waters of change are forever lapping at the shores of Los Angeles, and no one, not even the powerful Forresters and Spencers, can predict who will emerge cleansed and who will be swept away by the unforgiving tide of their own histories.